I'm Jessica, Earth Angel 111. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the continued support, whether that's dropping a comment, subscribing, or leaving a like. So listen, as I kind of shared something yesterday that I was going through on my platform, I spent some time in prayer and asked just like why could this kind of situation be occurring when I feel as though I'm constantly just trying to put out good energy, real situations that people are going through to help give guidance. And you know, the answer was clear, okay, from divine. You had to go through it so that you can help others go through it. So this applies to every single one of you watching right now, because there may be a situation you faced in the past or you're currently going through and you're just wondering why you have to go through these hardships or this kind of situation. And this can pertain to anything in your life, whether you feel like you're going through struggles in your personal life, in your career life, in your relationships with others, feeling misunderstood or misjudged, or just in a place of wondering why such hardships could be upon you. Spirit needs you to know that you're going through it so that you can help offer guidance. And even if you're not someone who speaks publicly on a platform, you could be the type that gives good advice to people around you. Or maybe you're meant to go through a situation so that you can be the inspiration for others, that you will overcome, that it's okay to keep going, to move forward, and most importantly, to realize how incredibly strong you are. So I'm going to start the reading with this message, but yeah, let's see what else comes out. And I just want you to know, if you feel as though you're going through a difficult situation right now, know that you're going through everything you are so that you can help guide others to go through the same and to overcome. And you should just know that you're incredibly strong. You're someone who has a lot of passion. Look at that, 10 of Wands. And most importantly, whatever this you went through, okay, or feel like you're currently going through, collective, it's meant to teach you that you have the passion, ability, drive, and fortitude to overcome. So with 10 of Wands coming out here, the World's at the bottom of the deck, definitely a new opportunity. Some of you are meant to use your stories or your struggles you've been through as wisdom for others. So that could pertain in many different ways, whether that be through using your voice to speak up and speak out. For others of you, it could be to do with writing a story, writing your autobiography, your story's meant to be heard. Or even in a more different way, whether that's a creative outlook through artwork, through music, through TV, through movies, something you're meant to share with the world that's going to help uplift others. Some of you are being guided to become prophetic speakers. And even if you don't feel comfortable doing it on social media, you can always do that within your church or within your community or to your friends and family, you know, because you could be the first in your friends and family or people in your immediate environment to be going through something difficult like you are. You know, God picks his strongest warriors that he knows can overcome. And most importantly, wow, the Empress and 8 of Cups that can lead others to success. So know that whatever you're going through right now, or past energy, whatever you just feel like was very difficult for you to overcome, it happens so that you can guide others. So you can help others understand too that, you know, no matter how difficult life gets sometimes, you gotta keep moving forward. You gotta try and continue to be positive and persevere. Even when it seems like things are next to impossible, you will get through it. So I'm sending you lots of healing today, collective. If you found this message and you know that you've been through something you feel like was really difficult to overcome, or you're at a loss for words as to why you went through a particular situation, know that you are stronger than you realize, and know that you are loved by divine, by the universe, and most importantly, by people around you. So Page of Swords in reverse, a lot of you could have felt as though there was some type of mistruth spoken about you, or something in particular that made you feel as though you were misjudged. So you will succeed despite the obstacles. Absolutely beautiful. Double confirmation there. Whatever obstacles you feel like you currently face, whether that is stress in your career, stress in your personal relationships, or just lack of motivation in your own life, or feeling like things are very difficult, you need to know that you will overcome this entire situation. So some of you went through a situation where you felt as though someone pushed others purposely away from you. If that's the case, know that within your resilience, within you standing in who you are and not switching it up, it misproves someone trying to push people away from you. Allow people to be drawn back to you naturally as well, because when you know who you are and you continue to practice self-love, many people will start to realize that if one person's judgments or opinions on you were made, that it could have even been a giant misunderstanding. And that's the thing. Everyone's different. The way that everyone perceives life is completely different based on the circumstances that they've been through. And so you could be someone who's been through a lot of hardships. So for example, if you are someone who is quick to walk away from a situation that you feel like the energy is off-putting, or if you are someone who is quick to, stand in your truth or your knowing of who you are. Sometimes people can mistake that confidence for some type of ego or some type of, differences between you. But in reality, it's like, one thing a lot of people need to learn to understand is that we've all been through a different set of circumstances that have made us the way that we are. But a common theme between all human beings is we are incredibly emotional. And so when you can learn how to really tame those emotions and look at things sometimes from a more logical point of view, which in turn being realizing that everyone comes from a different story, everyone comes from a different upbringing, everyone has different things that they're passionate about, that they love, that they inspire to do on the daily, that's when we can most be connected. And the biggest message, y'all, that I always push out is love and forgiveness, because, literally in the Bible it says you're supposed to love thy acquaintance, anyone you don't know, right? So what you need to realize today is if you continue to put out that loving energy despite any obstacles or feeling as though you could have been outcasted, different, misjudged, misunderstood, okay? Allow Spirit to show it as what it is, a giant misunderstanding, a miscommunication. So yeah, at the end of the day too, you got to remember when you didn't put out negative energy towards someone and they do just towards you, it's okay to remove yourself from that situation. So some of you, your story is meant to be told because you resonate with being a worldwide phenomenon in some type of way, and you need to know that the storm is starting to clear. So whatever difficulties you just went through in your life, things are starting to clear. You're about to see a lot more peace, a lot more happiness, and all you need to do is express understanding and gratitude. So be proud of who you are today and say it loud. Absolutely. Whoever you are watching, be proud of the accomplishments you've made, the things you have yet to achieve, and most importantly, who you are. And allow yourself just to be more loving and kind to other people, even if you feel like they purposely try to push people away from you. That's the thing too. Sometimes people can be going through it in their own life, and so they have a tendency where people will project their pain or their trauma or their emotions on someone, and sometimes it can be a complete stranger trying to push a narrative on you because they're not sure how to handle their own path. So you uncovered a hidden truth. A lot of you maybe realized that there was someone in particular that was purposely trying to make others misjudge you. And this is the thing, this person probably doesn't even know you or what you've been through. And even if this is someone you consider to be a friend, a coworker, or a complete stranger, sometimes people perceive you as someone that you're not. And all you can do is forgive that person. There's no point in trying to convince them of who you are. You just need to keep going and know who you are. So that's why it's good to be proud of who you are, because if you know you're someone who always puts out positive energy to others, keep being that person. Don't change a thing about yourself because you've been misjudged. Some of you may be soon moving locations because Spirit wants you to know that you are meant to get a certain amount of energy put out in a certain area, right? Or possibly you had a job or a relationship, something you are meant to fulfill on your life path in a particular area. But now that chapter is becoming completed. So a lot of you are going to realize you're either going to be invited for a new opportunity, career related, to move, or there may just be a particular place that's calling you. Listen to your intuition. If you feel guided to move to a particular city, state, country, continent, follow your heart, because life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be explored. And most importantly, a lot of you could be someone who's lived in the same city, town, state, or country for most of your life. And Spirit is saying to move beyond your horizons. You know, it's one of those things where you just have to go deep within, but I feel like this is going to resonate for a lot of you, knowing that it is time for you to relocate. So this could be something in particular for you. And Spirit wants you to know you are so incredibly talented. So there's something about your talents, skills, abilities that is meant to be shared in another location. So for example, if you are someone who, you know, loves music, but you're from a small town, maybe you're not getting discovered there. You may be needing to move to a city where music is very much so supported, appreciated, uplifted. Okay? I'm being told to say in specific, it could be somewhere in the United States. Some of you may be being called to move there. Okay? Or a particular other country, Europe, Canada. There may be somewhere you're being called to move. Beautiful. So funny, I was just saying that about music or movie events here. So you may get invited to a music movie event somewhere, and that may be what inspires you to want to move in the first place. Realizing that there's a different part of the world that what you love is thriving. For example, some of you may be called to live near a beach, or you may be called to live near somewhere that really supports your career endeavors, whatever that could be that you follow for a career path. So don't be afraid of change, especially if you feel as though you've been living in the same place for a very long time. Do not fear change. Wow, so some of you are going to find out that you're about to get signed. This could be a new opportunity for a contract, a career, or something you've personally built up on your own. You have somewhere else that's calling you right now, and it's going to help you bring in a beautiful new chapter of success and forward movement into your life. You see, it reminds me of the whole theory that a flower cannot bloom in certain areas without sunlight. So wherever you could be could feel incredibly draining, like the sun is always being taken away from you when all you intend to do is grow and shine bright. So some of you are being guided to move to a sunnier destination, or just a place where you know you can get a new start without fear of being held back by anyone else. And that's a beautiful thing, because Spirit wants to acknowledge the fact that you've healed so much, so now that you're ready. In the past, maybe you needed to be stuck in a certain place so that you could really grasp the realization of how much you wanted a particular dream and how important it is to be surrounded with uplifting, positive energy. So this comes back to the whole idea that a lot of you were placed in a particular situation or setting so that you could go through something difficult to help inspire others to overcome it. And know that you are a legend, okay? You are legendary status. Some of you are truly meant to be a worldwide phenomenon. You may be already known for something you are particularly talented at, or this could be energy that's coming up in the next chapter. For those of you who have been trying to conceive, okay, you may find out that you're expecting. So if that's the case, congratulations. This won't resonate for all of you, but for the feminines out there who have a partner that they've been trying to start a family with, this may be your message. So wow. Whatever type of lie someone told about you in the past did not stick. So this is why you're ready to move on as well. And also too, it's like when you know someone tells a lot of drama about that's not true. If you continue just to be your authentic, beautiful self, and you keep putting your best movement forward, your best energy forward, that allows anything negative that was said about you to unravel, okay, in front of the very people that they tried to convince. So God is getting ready to do something big in your life. Absolutely beautiful. I claim this energy for you, collective, and this could be where this comes in, because getting signed could be many things. You could be signed for a 4 to 6 month contract within a career position you've always wanted. You could be getting signed for a big contract, movie, TV show, record deal. You could be even getting signed for an art gallery if you're someone who does art. For others of you, you could be getting a contract within, say you are a makeup, hair brand, something like this. You could be getting signed for a contract within a big company that you admire. So know that God is getting ready to do something legendary for you in your life because of how much you've handled this situation with poise and grace. And most importantly, you need to know that you are paving the way. There are people that will look up to you for how much you've overcome and how much you've continued to smile and work through it, okay? Noticing how much you've healed through situations is inspiring to people, whether or not you realize that. It's incredibly inspiring because some people never have to go through situations that others find themselves in, and so forth. So beautiful. Bottom of the deck is the strength card, okay? You have the strength right now, and you're being given the strength as well by divine. You're coming out of feeling like the helpless lamb, and you are turning into a lion. You could even resonate with being a Leo zodiac, but know that most importantly, you are protected. Wow. Temperance, you have angelic protection all around you at this moment in time, and you are going to break free of any type of mold or misunderstanding that an individual tried to place you in. Whenever someone else tries to box another individual into a certain set of outlooks or how they want others to perceive them, it is because internally they are facing their own trauma, rejection, or misunderstanding by others. So biggest thing you have to do for this blessing to come in, for this new chapter, for you to be able to move forward, is forgive. Whether this is someone you love and care about, whether this is someone you used to know, or whether this is someone you don't know at all. It all is the same. Forgive. That is the biggest thing. And know that you have many, many spiritual guidance around you right now. Many guardian angels. So wow, King of Wands. Lots of passion around you, and also too, whoever this is that wants to sign you could actually know your story or knows an inkling of the story that you've been through. And the one thing that they love about you is your ability to move with a kind heart. So know that by you being a kind individual despite any obstacles is actually what's leading you to this contract. So even when it seems impossible to overcome, know that if you can continue, and if you've even had tears about the situation or felt just so at a lack of words, right? Sometimes when we feel so incredibly hurt by others, it comes out as nothing, okay? Allow yourself to spend those moments in prayer. Allow yourself to be who you truly are. And most importantly, continue to be a kind, authentic person if you know that's who you are. Because at the end of the day, that's what's leading to someone else feeling inspired to want to work with you. So Aries, Leo, Sag energy could be a fire sign that wants to offer you this contract, or you yourself could be a fire sign. But know that this person feels extremely protective over you because they see what a kind, beautiful heart you have. So let me see if I can pull any overall final messages that Spirit wants you to know for this message. Wow, the Lovers. Wherever you're meant to move, that's where love is going to come in. So if you feel as though you went through a difficult ending in love, or you felt a lack of love in relationships and also just by people around you, love is all around you. And when you decide to forgive and move forward into this new chapter, okay, you're going to help so many other people who have gone through it or are going through what you have. So trust the path you're currently being guided down, because it is truly one chosen by divine for your highest good. God is getting ready to do something monumental in your life. And when this comes in, you will know it was His doing. That's what He wants me to make clear, because you had to go through all that so you could help other people. And this blessing coming in is from Him. So let me see if I can pull you an angel message. 2 came out, so I'll take both for you. First one says, weight of the world. There you go. Confirmation. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So remember, all the burdens that anyone else is trying to place upon your path right now is not your struggle to carry. You have enough to worry about in your own life that any misjudgments made by anyone else, based on them feeling envious about your path or misunderstanding of your path, is not your weight to carry. And final message says lost land, soul memories, gifts. You've done this before. So this could be something you've actually gone through in a previous lifetime, in a reincarnated life. And last time you might not have actually just went ahead and let it go. So this time Spirit wanted to put you through the lesson again so you can make things right in your own life. So you can heal that part of yourself and realize that whenever someone tries to misjudge you or your character or make your life have extra burdens, it is not your weight to carry. Go ahead and be your happy, loving self and realize just how much you are truly appreciated for your strength, for your resilience, and most importantly, for you being able to go through things in your life so that you can help heal others. So God bless you. I really hope this message could find you well, and know that you are an amazing person who deserves all the blessings that are coming your way.